Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? So, post-fight reaction for this Edwards versus Pasciolla fight. First round, I gave it to... Actually, I'm going to score that one even, man. I thought it was an even round. Derek Rossi is a part of the... one of the commentators for the fight, and he agreed with me. He had it even at first, and then at the very end, he switched it to a round that he gave to Edwards. But I thought it was even. First guys, they came out just pawing with their jabs, throwing punches, but not fully committing, just like range finding type of punches, not really landing. Edwards landed a few straight right hands to the body. He was pawing with his jab. Pasciolla southpaw, and he came out and Edwards is fighting out of orthodox, so Pasciolla was able to catch him with a lead right hook, and it kind of snapped Edwards' head back a little bit. Wasn't too damaging. Pasciolla, he's 8 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, and he doesn't have a knockout victory. So he's not a power puncher as far as looking for knockouts. Although he is a big guy, 6'4", 6'4", 240 pounds, he isn't a knockout puncher. Edwards 6'5", 200, I think 56 pounds he weighed in tonight. But Edwards, man, he's carrying that jab hand really low. Pasciolla is moving around. He pressed Edwards a few times, but for the most part, he's moving around, switching directions. Using his jab. They're kind of pawing at each other, man. It's really, nobody's really took the initiative to take over in this fight. So I gave it an even round. I'll be back after round 2. All right, so the end of round 2, I was damn near going to have that another even round. But like the last 40 seconds, Edwards landed a few good shots. Few good right hands he landed on my man Pasciolla. He even rolled under one of Pasciola's hooks and came back with his hook and landed it. I think it hit Pasciolla more in the chest area, but he was the aggressor. The last 40 seconds or so, the beginning of the round, both guys came out doing a lot of pawing and just missing. They were throwing combinations and missing them. That literally was what was going on. Edwards a little bit more the aggressor, landing his jabs a few times, but they were more just pawing and missing. And then the last 40 seconds, like I said, Edwards, I believe he won that, and that edged around for him. So I have it the first round even, and the second round going to Edwards. It's scheduled for a 6-rounder, by the way. All right, into round 3. I gave that round to Edwards. That was another round halfway through. It was pretty much even up until the last minute or so. I mean, Edwards, he was the more aggressive guy, but he was missing a lot of punches, though. But I guess you can probably, like I said, I'll edge him in this round because he was the aggressor. He did land some good body punches. He switched to southpaw for a brief second. And to me, he switched to southpaw because he was off balance. He lost his balance a little bit. And he was out of, well, not off balance, but just more out of position. Where his body he just ended up in southpaw position. Then he got hit with a left hand. And then he switched back to orthodox after that. But yeah, I'm gonna edge that round to Edwards. Man, it just seems like if one of these guys would just pick up the pace, man, they can probably take this fight over and probably try to hurt the other guy. But I got Edwards up 2 rounds up and 1 even. All right, so into round 4, I gave that round to Edwards. Pretty much more the same. He is starting to land the right hand a little bit more. He's landing it to the body of Pasciolla, and he's landing upstairs a little bit. He gave Pasciolla the shoulder in this round. He was fighting out of a shell, and he actually landed a nice right hand. He deflected one of Pasciola's punches with his left shoulder, and then he came back with a straight right hand. It was pretty... that was pretty decent right hand that he landed right there, but I wish he was a little bit more aggressive, Edwards. I wish he would put more combinations together. He's loading up with right hands or left hooks, and when he does throw a combo, he doesn't throw more than a 2-punch combination. So I wish he fought with more of a mean streak, being as physically imposing as he is. You would think he would, fight with more of a mean streak. There's a time that they were in a clinch, and he looks like he can pretty much just push, Pasciolla off of him if he wanted to. And he just stood there, waited for the ref to break him, and then, I mean, it's okay with being a nice guy, but when you're in the ring, man, you got to have a mean streak in you. You know what I mean? And he could have broke free of that clinch and pushed Pasciolla. Now I know it's easier said than done. Me just sitting here watching, but this guy played in the NFL. Now Pasciolla was no pushover. He played college and he played semi-pro football too. So I don't know, man. I just wish Edwards just fought with a more of a mean streak, but I gave him round 4 though. All right, round 5's over with. I gave that one to Edwards. Um, Missing a lot of shots, but he was landing his jab, landing a few good right hands. I like to see him punch in combination a little bit more. He did land a few body shots, but not really a lot of action. Pasciolla, well, I mean, there's action, but they're just missing. You know what I mean? It's just a lot of missing going on. But Pasciolla, he wants to be the counter puncher, but he's backing up a little bit too much. He should try to be the aggressor sometimes to make Edwards commit. Then he can counter off of that, but he's just backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. He did land a few good jabs and a few good left hands to the body of Edwards. So we're going into round 6, the final round. All right, so Dan Pasciolla, he gets cut on his eye towards the end of the round 6 here. So the fight's over with. I had Edwards winning round 6. I had him winning 5 rounds, and I had the first round even. I think that was the best round of the fight, to be honest with you, man. They started to mix it up and trade. Looked like Edwards were starting to hurt Pasciolla a little bit, shooting punches down the middle. And when I say hurt, just knocking his head back. He wasn't wobbling around the ring or anything, but he wobbled his head back. I didn't watch the instant replay, so I'm not sure if the cut was caused by a punch or an elbow or Edwards' head, so I'm not sure exactly. But I thought that was the best round of the fight. Edwards started to put, like I said, was putting together some good shots, shooting right down the middle, started to land his jab a little bit. Looked like he started to get a little bit more loose going into round 6. He didn't seem tired or, so I just want to see more of Edwards. Just want to be a little bit more aggressive. He carries that left hand really low, though. Probably want to put that left hand up, man, especially when you're in your opponent's punching range. Now you're just going to, when that happens, you're just dependent on reflexes alone, and you're a big guy, man. So, I don't know, man, just at least keep your shoulder, wrapped around the chin to protect it, but that left hand was really low, and had Pasciolla been a harder puncher, man, I think he would have made Edwards pay for carrying that left hand so low, being in Pasciola's punching range. But I want to see more of him. I'm sure he won this fight. If by any chance Pasciolla wins the fight or it's a draw, I will add on to this video, but it's commercial right now. I don't even need to see what the final result is going to be. Pretty sure it's Edwards by decision. I'm out.